Shalom, all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. A double honor to the Apostle Elders of GMS who taught me the truth, and peace and blessings to the Akin that has their life daily, pushing the truth with sincerity, and to the Aqua Lesson Learning. Shalom. Once again, my name is Aina with GMS Detroit Bar Camp, and this is going in on an article that I seen in on YouTube that a brother put up on YouTube. Industry Insider just revealed the truth about what is really behind the shortage at the local supermarkets. And it's just not the local supermarkets. It's the everything. The pharmacies, the meat markets, everything. It's a shortage in all goods. You know, they don't get it twisted. Everything is a shortage in on it, and 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 what they it's a design thing that where this thing is set up where these devils want it to be that way. They want the system to self implode on itself. You know, what Winston Churchill said: "Never let a good crisis go to waste." They got you already with this crisis with the DVOC 91, the so-called that thing, and they made that a crisis, have you in fear for your life for that. But coming up right down the pike, hey 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 hey, it's a record number of cargo ships blocked from the California coast, and it's not only here. Man, it's everywhere. It's California coast, but they say they got 140 cargo ships, 140 something cargo ships, 147 cargo ships. Uh, uh, um, Matter of fact, the ports which have been primary thoroughfare, the key ports which between Asia and U.S. had 48 ships in location, including 95 hulking cargo ships on Friday, both new records. These ships are sitting at the ports, not being unloaded. It's a shortage of workers. It's not only a shortage of workers, and the average wait time for a vessel is about 8.5 days to be unloaded, and about 2.5 days longer than the same time the month before. Los Angeles port data indicate so far the ports have handled about um, 862,000 imports in 2021. The location hit new records for the number of ships in the ports as well as the number of container ships waiting to undock every day. Last week, the Marine Exchange in Southern California said the ports have hit a 7 new record in less than 4 weeks as shipping delays continue as surge past nearly pandemic levels. It's going to be a shipping pandemic. hey, well, the goods don't come in because everything getting shipped into the United States. Hey, when the ports hit a all-time high in late August, it was the first time since February when the onset pandemic shut down the panic buying frenzy and wreaked havoc on the global supply chain. Man, and the normal number of container ships anchored between 0 and 1. The executive director of the Marine Exchange as Southern California told the Insider in July, freights so told Bloomberg that the average time it takes for an ocean freight to go door to door has increased. Ocean freight to go door to door has increased 43% over the past year, from 50 days to uh 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 um uh um uh 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 71.5 days. So, hey, man, this how long these ships are just sitting right there in the waters before they be unloaded. At the same time, shipping costs have skyrocketed last week. Uh, um, Julia Levine, the head of research of Freight Toast, told the Insider that the price of transporting a 40-foot container, which between the U.S. and Asia, jumped 500% from the time last year, 20,000 to 20,560. Ultimately, the ports are facing backlogs as a result of the DVOC 91 distribution, labor shortages paired with spikes in demand. Executives have warned that the rising transportation cost will increase shortage of goods as well as necessities. More spike prices last week. Scott Price, Scott Price, and the UPS president, said the company anticipates supply chain snags that will continue through 2022. Meanwhile, many companies have already begun raising prices to offset transportation costs. And when these massive increase in transportation costs, it it is clear somebody have to pay for it, and it ain't just gonna pass the buck on to you. And so, prepare yourself for hyperinflation, and also prepare yourself for the things that you want in these stores not gonna be there. And this article say that it's just not only let me read it. Um, Industry Insider just revealed the truth about what is really behind the shortage at a local supermarket. The supply chain crisis at the supermarket are facing far worse than mainstream media has been telling us. The mainstream media keeps trying to put a happy face on the temporary shortage, but an indie insider let me know what really is going on behind the scenes. A particular insider runs a grocery store in Maine. He said that things are bad as he have ever seen. The fact, he said, he has never seen anything close to what is happening now. The email he sent me the other day greatly alarmed me. I asked him if I could share with all of you. He gave me permission to do so as long as I didn't use his name. Of course, he wouldn't want his name up there. He want to be blackballed by the industry. I didn't. I have received an email stating in a long time. As you read this email, think that you will quickly understand what I am saying. That this is the email that he received. I am a self-employed for 25 years now, an independent GIA affiliate grocery store in the coastal Maine. A supply issues are real. My supplier are limited us to on orders for about a month now. Limit the physical numbers of cases we can order. He got a limit on what he can order from these people. He can't order fully what he really needs. He got a limit, a number. They got a how they say it. They got to solely give it out, feed it to these supply chain. These supply chains got solely feed it to these grocery stores, because if they feed every grocery store what they had, they run out of their stock altogether. The issue is mainly a deep crisis in their warehouse. Orders and truck drivers, order pickers and truck drivers The same story everywhere. I know. And they ain't unloading the docks. Hey, the dock workers. It's a lack of dock workers. It's a lack of truck drivers. Hey, it's a lack of order pickers. Hey, it's a lack of everybody that's supposed to be working the supply chain. And if it keeps continuing the rate that it's going, hey, the supply chain is going to be overwhelmed with the work and it's going to collapse. It's going to implode on itself. I know many of the items you readers comment about in this article are the same here. Very limited Gatorade. Water is sketchy at best. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. I have not seen many supply issues in produce, rather poor quality issues there. Much more than normal. Hey. The groceries, the groceries and that you see at these markets, hey, I had to agree with him. Hey, the groceries that you see at these markets are crap. Hey. As soon as you put it in your refrigerator and you turn around and look at it the next day, hey, it's already molded, it's already soft. It's beyond right. If you don't cook it right then and there when you get it from the market, um, hey, it goes bad within that day. Deli, bakery, yes, lots of stock and long term of unavailable. As my supplier likes to word it on the invoice, the central store and dry groceries, like many others are saying, tons out of stock. The meat suppliers, the meat supply is fair, but the pricing is extremely low. The high, shockingly high to me. Hey! You go to get a 3 packs of 3 pound pack of hamburger meat. That's damn near like 14, maybe 13, $14, which used to be like a 3 pound pack of hamburger meat used to be like $5 a couple years back. Five and some change. You know, the middle class is slowly being destroyed with these price hikes. Death by a thousand cuts of short, I guess. My Frito delivery person tell me that he is getting 55 to 60% of what he is ordering. My last Nabisco order had 30% out of stock. Over the years, we have always get 99 to 100% of what was ordered. Pepperidge Farm cookies tell me some weeks he is only getting half of what he orders. Some folks, these folks all work on commission. Hey, these so-called these delivery truck drivers that deliver the chips and these cookies and all that shit. Hey, they work on commission. They work on the chips that they deliver to these stores. Hey, the Pepsi truck drivers, hey, they work by commission. They work by the bottles that these stores buy from them. Hey, they don't work. They don't be on the clock. Hey, these guys work by on commission on the consumers consuming their products. He tell me some week he's only getting half of what he orders. These folks all work for commission. If they don't or he can't sell it to me, he don't get paid or get paid less. When we place our liquor orders twice a week out of stock, there are running 30% most orders. This commodity always 99.5% or 100% filled over the rate of years, always. So, hey, man, just imagine that. Hey, the liquor stores used to always supply him 99.5% to 100% of every order that he asked for. But now he's not getting that. It is frustrating. As I said, I am self-employed 25 years. I worked for Kroger for 25 years. Before that, 50 to 51 years in this business. I never seen anything close to what's happening now. Add to that, far left governor, both issues here in Maine, Democrat control, are now on the verge of another mass mandate and a lockdown of sort. I will not be surprised. It will not surprise me again as we move into another coat of months. As as you have seen them, I am sure this is news with the DVOC 19 case issues. What is next for our business? What is next for our business and the 35 people I employ here in Maine? And this Indian insider is trying to order normal quantities, but her suppliers are often unavailable to completely fulfill them. As you see from the email, shortage are widespread, and worse yet, they have been during the entire pandemic. Slovakia. Worse yet, they have been seen during the entire pandemic so far. Food storage feast. Well, they're trying to get you to buy stuff. Uh, 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 if there is something that you need to stock on up, I will grab it if you still see it on the shelves because pretty soon it may be completely gone. On Friday, I went to the grocery store and they were out of several things I wanted to purchase. Unfortunately, we continue to get more confirmations that we're going to become more the new normal. For example, according to Bloomberg, the reserve in this country have plunged to dangerous low levels. Like I said, a pack of hamburger is like $14, and that's just the cheap pack. So you get the real cut. Hey, that pack is like 15, maybe $17 a pack if it's a 3 pound pack. How you doing, man? Uh, uh hey. And in most cases, the meat market on the shelf, but it's still definitely a lot more sensitive than it used to be. We are being told to embrace yourself for more price hikes in the months ahead. Of course, other type of retailers are facing severe supply stock as well. A few days ago, another retailer sent me an email which described he was seeing at his local pharmacy. A big issue, however, the local drugstore Rite Aid, a place thin at best, stripped in some areas last week. There is no zinc available. Bear cases are notably sparse. Main issue, however, the pharmacy 6 to 8 months ago, you could walk in and have your prescription filled inside 20 minutes. If you called a prescription the day before, just waiting for you. Not so many more. Yesterday, I went to pick up an RX for the wife, for my wife, and have been called in last week, not only to see it's not ready, but had to wait an hour for it to be filled. Where 9 cars in drive up queue, I opt to walk in it, and it was nearly as bad. A young woman helped me, but clearly not with clearly with local clearly not local with bicolor hair and a large glomus, large obvious uh, in your face or Baphomet single around her neck. Man, I had to chat with the manager and asked him why was the pharmacy staff, and I haven't seen the regular pharmacist in a few months, and I blamed it all to the city for not having any affordable housing. Lane mentioned that Albertson Pharmacy and Iverson and Ridley all were very short on help. True, it's just not happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. In Costco, shortage persists. Retailers on the starting impendage or more limits. Last week, we learned that Costco has already started to pull the trigger. Costco said Thursday we are restating limits on purchase of toilet paper, paper towels, and bottled water. They don't call it rationally, but it is essentially what it is. Hey, they rationing this stuff out. Costco this week joined a long list of retailers sounding an alarm about the escalating shipping prices and the company's supply chain issue. And the warehouse retailer has similar cautionary tone in May and joined my athletic wear giant Nike, economic bellwether FedEx and General Mills in discussing similar concerns. The cost of shipping containers overseas have soared in recent months. Getting a 40 container from Shanghai to New York about 40,000 a year and a half ago, before the pandemic, and now it runs $16,000. It went from 2,000 to get a shipping container here in a year and a half ago to $16,000. Hey, prices are about to escalate, and 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 it's just not, there. The insiders is talking about it. Hey, the shipping containers. Hey, largest port hit new ship block records in recent weeks. I read from that one. Hey, famine is coming, and 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 let's go into scriptures. A, suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. These so-called marketplaces, these so-called warehouses, these so-called supply chains, they gonna be empty, you know, in a minute. These places are not going to have any food in them coming up soon. And a trumpet shall give a sound, which every man heareth, and they shall be suddenly afraid. God, because they gonna be suddenly afraid because they ain't gonna be able to eat. They ain't gonna be able to feed their kids, their wife. Take care of themselves. Hey, hey, and at that time, friends shall fight against one another like enemies. And at that time, when these markets and these stores close their doors when they don't have any goods in them, because when these it's a shortage of people working the docks. It's a shortage of truck drivers, and when these trucks stop rolling, these stores like Myers, Kroger's, Farmer Jack's, or whatever grocery store that's in your area, uh, when Walmart's or you name it, that's in your area, when they stop receiving goods in, they only have a 3 day supply of goods in their marketplace. And if they constantly receiving goods, they can't sell you goods. So when all that break down, they only have a 3 day supply of goods. You know, and it's going to happen because hey, the scriptures say that's going to happen. That's how we um um read into these articles because hey, we chew up the meat and pick out the bones, and it's all scriptural. Uh, um, at that time, friends shall be friends shall fight against one another like enemies. Because hey, who know what you got in your house except a friend? You let a friend in your house. Hey, you throw parties in your house and all that shit. Like you throwing cookouts and all that shit. Hey, them the same niggas that gonna be right there at your door when they can't feed their kids. Hey, Ray gonna be right at your door with his gat in his hand, telling you, hey, what you got in there, homeboy? I need to eat. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And the springs of the fountains shall stand still. In the hours they shall not run. And they're gonna shut down the electric grid, man. Hey, man, when this happens, Winston Churchill again said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." You know, and it's another one. In the midst of this same Sue, in the midst of chaos, there is an opportunity. Hey, they want to use food as a weapon. They want to use all these goods that you dependent on as a weapon to make you bow down and do your will, to make you do what they say to do. And this is all. That's what it's all about, to make you bend to their will. These leaders of these countries got their marching orders, and it's about making you bend to their will. Hey, what Biden said a couple weeks ago? Hey, our patience is wearing thin. Hey, they're gonna use all this as a weapon to get you to bend to their mandates. You know, they're gonna use the lack of food as a way to get you to do whatever they want you to do. And so, to the next scripture. And it's gonna get so bad. It's gonna get so bad. It's gonna be like this time right here in Second Kings 6:24. And it came to pass after this, Ben Ben Hadad, the king of Assyria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, he besieged it till an ass head was sold for fourscore and a piece of silver and a fourth part of a calf's done. A calf done is a calf shit for 5 pieces of silver. And the king of Israel was passing by and came upon a wall, and there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If Yahweh Shem Yahushua will not help thee, whence shall I help thee out of the barn floor, or out of the winepress? And the king said unto her, What ailed thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat thy son tomorrow. And this is going to happen. Hey, man, when you can't go to the store and buy meat, uh, rice, beans, and all that stuff from the store, people gonna revert back to cannibalism. They gonna revert to eating flesh of other people. So we bore my son, and we did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, give thy son, that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, he rent his clothes and passed by and went upon the wall. And all the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. And this is coming. You know, a cannibalism.